Hello, I'm Bradford, and for my sketch, I chose Funeral Hype Man. I chose it for a few reasons. The first one being that I think it was the first good sketch that I wrote. I had written a couple sketches up to this point, but this was the first one that I felt performed well, and it also kicked off my funeral series, basically. It was then followed by Funeral Photographer, Funeral Coach, Funeral Santa. There would have been a funeral finale, but Miss Rona said fuck off. So, yeah, here we go with Funeral Hype Man.
It's gonna Thank be okay. Thank you for taking over your father's funeral arrangements, Chad.
Hey, no problem, Mom. Anything for you and Pop.
You did remember to book the clergy, right?
Oh, I got something better than a rabbi or a pastor.
Oh dear, Chad, what did you get?
Hey, DJ Mortishon, what's good? Hey, you ready to start the service?
Hell yeah, your Pops' funeral is gonna be turned, just like his neck when he fell off that ladder.
Hey, that's what's up.
Chad, what is the meaning of this?
Yo, Moms, I got us a hype man to do Dad's funeral.
DJ Mortishon at your newly widowed service.
Chad, how are we going to have a funeral service without a clergyman? Or woman, because progress or whatever.
Hey, this guy's even better, trust me.
Yeah, no worries. It's about to get sympathetic up in this bitch.
None of that! I'll run the service myself before I let you do it.
But Mom, I booked him for the rest of the day.
Damn straight, even for the cemetery. I've got Low by Flo Rida queued up and ready to go. Shawty's going lower than all of us tonight.
Oh, damn, high five. Here we go. We're gonna go on out to that now.
Get out of here!
Oh, that was fun. I think the first time we ran that sketch, Goki was DJ Mortishon, and there was a woman who only performed in one show with us, Annalisa. I believe that was the Charlie Brown show, right? The Charlie Brown holiday show? Probably. It was sophomore year, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, but yeah, Annalisa played the role of the mourning mother with so much, like, her scream was oddly blood-curdling, and I loved it. And Goki also brought, a shit ton to the role of DJ Mortishon. And in having conversations with more people afterwards, a lot of people didn't know that Mortishon was a pun off of the word mortician, which I thought was really funny. But yeah. And then my memories that I chose were all of the crazy parties that happened sophomore and the beginning of junior year. Whenever I tell people that I'm involved in OSU comedy, one of the things that I usually lead with is how freaking weird our parties are. Specifically, the underwear party, the high school alcohol party, and the lip sync battle. The underwear party was wild. Well, one, the premise, but for me personally, I got there and I was just super insecure. And then I had some silly juice and I was in my underwear too soon enough. The high school alcohol party was fun. My specific memories for that was I think Jackson took a picture of the Jello shots and put them in the Facebook group and said, "Don't you dare touch my AP Chem project." And I thought that was the funniest shit. And on top of that, we went down to Matt Loxley's basement and we played Never Have I Ever. And I remember Matt Loxley saying, "Let's play Never Have I Ever because we're all in high school and we've all gotten handies at summer camp now." And just those specific little jokes, those were a lot of fun. And then the lip sync battle, which was fall of junior year, where I got my ass handed to me by Sam Block, but I had a lot of fun, and that's what counts. And it was ultimately a good thing in the long run because it would have been much worse had I had to go up against Matt. So
he's the lip sync assassin, man.
Literally, bruh. Between him going up against Jonathan and him going up against Quinn, those both stressed me out so much, but it was a lot of fun.
God. That underwear party, I sometimes find like photos I forgot about from it, and I'm like, oh my god, that was a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I remember
fever dream.
We just put people on a table and everyone started doing body shots. Like
yeah.
that was interesting.
I just remembered that the lip sync battle party, Quinn lap danced on me during one of his battles, and I was like, I was blushing so hard. I was like, oh my god.
Always remember your first.
Yeah.
I will say a brief foray back. I consider myself to be a pretty good punster. I'm always firing one off left and right. And it was literally of recording this podcast that I finally understood that DJ Morty Sean was a pun.
Hannah.
The way that it's always been said is as an emphasis on two different words.
Yeah.
And that right there blew my mind.
Okay,
Yes.
I am also doubling back, but that show where you mentioned the Charlie Brown show, I think that was the first Backburner show I ever went to. So that was fun. Also, I went to high school with Annalisa Hartlaub.
Oh,
Cool.
okay. Major shout out, full name shout out.
That's because, okay, this might be weird. So that's because I used to Facebook stalk her.
Okay, we're cutting that. We're definitely cutting
please
that out.
cut that out.
Yeah, don't put that in there.
Thank God.
Oh,
Okay.
Just a
One
friendly
more quick
reminder,
note
if we
about-
ever want to cut anything, just let us know.
Cool. One more quick note about the Charlie Brown show. That was also the show where I twisted my ankle like 10 minutes before the show was supposed to start.
That's right.
Yeah, but the show must go on. RG just happened to have a set of crutches in the video office, and he brought them down, and they were too short for me, but I hunched over and hopped on one foot and made it work.
And you did an amazing job, Bradford.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Bradford, and then that's how I met you, because you were at my apartment like a week later.
Oh, I have no recollection, but I believe you. I appreciate it.
Next up
also
is
there-
me. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I just had a pitch real quick for Bradford. If you do want to do like a podcast one, there are Zoom funerals, which is sad, but
God.
you know, well, I'm sorry, I just thought of it because when they were on screen, they were what's the word? Oh God. Oh yeah, the sad hand raising really got me.
Oh yeah,
Madeleine
that
and
got me
Hannah.
too.
Just the really like crying and like begrudgingly.
Call that a Zoomerl.
Oh,
and
God.
funeral, and I also funeral OnlyFans, and I'm sorry.
That-
Okay, that's very good.
Those two terrible
Banned.
puns.
Permabanned.
Those two terrible puns are dedicated to Melina Taylor.
Yay.
Well, aren't we just 12 peas in the podcast?
Okay. Was
We're
good
gonna
when you
do a
said
whole
it the first time.
segment.
Well, we wanted.
No,
I
it's gonna
wanted
be
to
even better the
record it.
third time.
I wanted
It's
to
okay.
record it.
We'll do a whole segment for Melina at the end.
Oh,
Can that be
whoops.
Spencer's,
I'm so
like,
sorry.
Good.